it's like 250 pounds. Like I pretty much weighed like a cow, like for real, like the average cow. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I really want to talk about the topic that is very important and very personal to me. This is the topic of weight, body weight, whatever you want to call it. So basically, as you see from the title, during the quarantine, which is about 6 months, which is exactly 6 months, I gained 20 kilograms and I lost 20 kilograms. So I didn't lose like weight from my previous before quarantine weight. I just lost the weight that I gained during the quarantine. Now, let me say it was a very kind of like a difficult task to do, because I just have so many problems with my body and body image and weight since forever. Like honestly, since forever I have so many issues with my body. I'm not gonna dive into that today. I just want to mention that I had like a severe anemia during my high school, where my workload was super high and there was lots of stress. My height basically was increasing very tremendously, and everything applied. I got the severe anemia, which then led for me to weigh about like 70 kilograms, and then I fainted in front of like 400 people. It was insane. Now weigh 95 kilograms. Now for some of you that might consider as overweight, but you have to consider the height and like just the overall like girth of the person. I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm 6'5", and as you can imagine, 70 kilograms for 6'5" guy is so little. According to BMI, well, I don't know why I did this, but BMI I think is closer to like most common like scientific stuff. So according to BMI, my normal range is up to 93 kilograms, I believe, to my height and my age and my gender. As I mentioned in previous video, I flew back from Canada to home during the quarantine and I was there for 6 months. Oops. Ooh, I got a huge tick. In Canada, I usually go to the gym 3 times a day. Sorry, 3 times a week, 3 to 4. So Monday, I have a schedule. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and then to Monday again. So it's 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. And I usually have my diet. So for example, most of the time I'm getting a hard time building some muscle mass. So I try to bulk. I don't know, just the term is like way too douchey for me. My calories per day changed a lot, from like 4,000 calories to like 2,000 calories. So it's just, you know, I'm not an expert, so I'm just trying my best. I'm learning as I'm going. When I flew back home, of course, like I miss my family, and the first meal were manti, which is like so good. Anyway, I just started eating a lot of food because my family was cooking a lot. Mind you, I am the one who cooks in the family because my mom works. Well, my dad doesn't know how to cook. I have a little brother and a little sister, so I am the one who usually cooks. All blame goes to me. So during the quarantine, I just started, because I had nothing else to do. Like honestly, I just had school and nothing else, and so much free time, and I'm one of those people who can just sit in one place like all day long. So I was baking, I was frying, I was doing all the stuff, the crepes, pancakes, cakes, pies, everything. And as you can see from my like previous video, I made a Snickers cake for my sister's birthday. You might have seen that my sister wasn't like that surprised. Well, there wasn't like lots of footage, but it's because I bake every single day. I almost baked every single day during quarantine, believe it or not. I baked a lot. I made lots of cakes. I made cheesecakes, the Spanish cheesecakes, the classic cheesecakes. I cooked a lot, so lots of carbs and fats, and of course everything led to, you know, belly. Well, I started slowly gaining weight, and I noticed that because I didn't have any clothes back in my home, so I just took. So my dad is smaller than me, like a lot smaller than me, but when he was overweight, he like saved some of the clothes, so those clothes kind of fit me. So he gave me this shirt, and one day I just noticed how like my belly fat is kind of showing from that shirt, and that shirt was kind of like, it was a little bigger to me, so I was kind of shocked and kind of devastated and was kind of sad. lots of kindness. I was like, hey, like ASSYL, it just can't go like this anymore. You just have to do something. I still have to cook all day long for like 3 times a day for the family of 5. I was also baking, but what I was trying to do is maybe I should implement some exercise. Because you know, the quarantine was a time when everyone was at home, like not a lot we live in an apartment, so we don't have like a backyard or anything, so and we didn't want to risk, and I downloaded this app. I think it was the most rated app on Play Store, so I just downloaded it. It's called, I think, Exercises at Home or Workout at Home or something. Every single day I had like a 30-minute kind of workout, so it wasn't that hard. At home I had like a very, very, very cheap and very like just yoga mat. It was just all ripped apart and everything was falling apart, but it was better than nothing. It was better than floor, better than with floor, especially with my back. And of course, like, I didn't notice any changes during first months. At the same time, I was still gaining weight. So when I say no changes, I mean I didn't lose fat. I was gaining more and more weight. You know, I didn't have balances at home, but I was regularly weighing myself at the gym before leaving Canada, so it was around 100 kilograms, which was already a little bit overweight for me. It was April, and we went to the village to my grandma, and they had a balance. I was like, damn, like, can I weigh myself? And I stood up, and I was genuinely shocked. I was mortified. I wasn't shocked. I was like, fuck me, this is bad. The balances showed 1, 5. It showed 150 kilograms. Remind you, that's more than a cincher. I think it's called like cincher, whatever. It's like 250 pounds. Like, I pretty much weighed like a cow, like for real, like the average cow. I still remember that day, and I usually take like photos sometimes or record somewhere just to, like, you know, for myself to keep track. That day that time I was like so shocked, and then my aunt was behind me. She was just like finally asking like how much I weighed. I was like, oh, like I don't know, like I forgot. And she was like, come on, just tell me. I was like 115, and when I say like she had like this big of an eyes, like she had this on her face, and I was like, and she tried to be nice, because I mean that was her initial reaction. She didn't say anything, but she tried to be nice and be like, oh, you're big, or like, you can lose that, or you can stop. So that was like, no, I have to kind of get serious into this. I knew it wasn't just based on my diet. It's just I'm a very easy gainer, I think, the fat gainer. So I easily gain fat, and I knew that I had to implement more exercises. And I just started training like an hour per day. It wasn't hard. Again, I had like 2 light dumbbells at home, and I was just doing basic workouts every single day. And I did it like for like 2-3 months, every single day. And I was continuously baking, frying in the oven, everything. Like, I was doing everything. At the same time, I was trying to more of enjoy the actual process of food making rather than eating it alone at night. So I was making lots of pizzas, the cakes, pies, chips, and everything, like kebabs and donors. Not donors, donaires. My perspective, kind of like how I changed my diet, was I realized I'm making lots of carbs at the time. So I was like, okay, if you want to eat a piece of cake, which means that if you want to have a piece of cake for your dinner, then have a piece of cake, then like chicken breast or something. So you want to have protein and carbs. No, like, not like piece of cake, macaroni and chicken. No, I knew that wouldn't work. So I was kind of like trying to slowly implement some changes to my diet. And I was eating lots of veggies now. So I bought cabbages almost every single day. Cabbage was my to-go side at that time. I knew that cabbage has a high amount of water and low amount of carbs, a little bit of protein, lots of vitamin C apparently, or vitamin K, I honestly don't remember. I didn't care, to be honest. And we don't have broccoli in my country. To your surprise, to anyone's surprise, like I never was raised with broccolis, and like we don't have lots of like beans, broccolis, and stuff like that. So, but we have lots of cabbage. I got kind of used to it, and I very slowly started noticing changes. Like, just in like maybe July, I was like, the belly fat isn't that like big, and I started to know, like, I don't know how they're called. I forgot. Like stretches. Like basically when you like gain fat and then you lose fat and there's like some like lines on your belly, like purple bluish. I noticed them. I'm gonna insert those gross pics here. So I started noticing changes and I went to the village again. So I went there and I noticed that I actually lost 15 kilograms. It was a surprise that not all of my fat was stored in my belly. Most are like, I just realized that I can have fat in my legs, in my chins, and my chest, and my arms, and like everything. And I was like, okay, 15 kilograms is a lot, like a lot, because I was doing it like I implemented it slowly, but then I started to do it aggressively, like the workout, the cooking. I moved a lot, I studied a lot, so I thought, I mean, that kind of made some changes. And then I just decided to kind of like relax for a bit and then start maybe eating more carbs and like eating lots of my own cakes. And it actually didn't get that bad as I expected. And like I continued everything for like another month until August this time. And then when I weighed last time, I weighed like 93.5 kilograms. Okay, 94, just say 94. AY, like what are you making so worse? So I checked it and it was 94 and I was like, oh, that was so exciting. And I thought I was winning and it actually got so much better. Like I'm so glad I kind of like changed my habits in between the COVID. I always wear like, if you watch my previous videos or I don't know, I usually wear oversized stuff. You guys, when you have the size of XL and when you actually buy XL, it's kind of tight. So for all those people who are under XL and want to buy like oversized stuff, you usually get large and it's kind of looks big on you. And I'm like, well, I don't have that option. The max I can have is XL and that's actually my size. So it's very hard for me to find like actual like oversized clothes. So when I don't have them, I usually just don't go anywhere. That's kind of sad. Forget. Well, while I was in Subway, I just wrote some tips if like anyone's gonna watch it and maybe some people are gonna need it. First of all, you guys don't panic. Like it's not worth the actual panic. If you gain some weight, it's okay. This is probably not the first time you gain some weight. This is probably not the last time you gain some weight. Just relax. Like you're young. Even if you're like 80, you still have time to lose weight if you want to. Again, if you want to. Look, no one is forcing you. If you want to have some weight, why not? Number 2, reality. Can we all come to reality? Like, you're not gonna lose 7 kilograms in 7 days, Sarah. The Sarah Thompson is to blame. I still cannot, I don't know who's that person. I don't know if that person is real, and I cannot, like my camera was off, so the Sarah Thompsons and stuff like that will not work, you guys. It won't work. Just forget it. My another tip is just plan out. Like you have time, as I mentioned, with it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 years, you still have time. Just plan out. Like even if like you don't know anything like at that time, just plan like general plan, like what you're gonna do. For example, as I did, like I knew I had to do some workouts, and I was then figuring out like how to implement those workouts at home because you know I didn't have any gym, like all the gyms were closed and stuff, and everyone had to be just a little bit creative and just plan out, know what you're gonna change in your diet, know what you're gonna change in your workout, or just do anything. Okay, just start. At least start. Number 4 is like. Why I'm saying number 4, like, I don't even know where the number 4 came from. Implement slowly. As I mentioned, just implement slowly. Don't do it rapidly because you're just going to either get confused, scared, or you will be sad because you don't see any results. So just implement slowly. Also, don't be freaking so strict on yourself. Like, okay, you started to make some changes. That's already a big accomplishment. That's already 80% of the journey. The rest of the 20 is just you have to keep doing. You have to keep repeating your stuff or keep learning some new stuff and implementing them. But the 80% is actually thinking about it, planning, and starting. Okay, just start. It is hard. I'm not gonna lie, it is hard, but if you're gonna start, you can do it. If I did, I'm so lazy, you guys. Like I'm incredibly lazy, and if I can do it, you can do it. Like so much more better than me. Just start. And another tip is okay to make mistakes. No one is freaking perfect. There were some days when I didn't do workouts. When I said I did every single day, I lied. I lied. I didn't do it every single day. Of course, like most of the days, like I'm pretty much 95%, I actually did every single day. But by my plan, I had to do it every single day. But I didn't. I didn't because some of the days, guess what? It was just way too hard, or I just didn't want to, and or I was doing something else. You know, I also have a life. Very boring, but I do. Also, actually, phone apps. I was so suspicious of those phone apps. I was not trust. I have huge trust issues, so I was not trusting even the mobile apps. You guys, like that is how bad it is. So actually, nowadays, mobile. I think I was just stuck in 2014, which was horrible, horrendous apps. But now it's so much better. You have lots of apps, the diet apps, the sport apps, and anything. Like basically anything you want. Even the YouTube. Come on, you can just say how to, for example, do the back workout or how to do the arm workout, and that's actually pretty useful. It was at least to me. At least to me, everything here is to me. Okay, I'm not trying to promote anything that is out of like your intro or anything. Start doing it by yourself, start researching, or just go to doctor. Like that's a good idea. Just go to someone professional, like a license. Don't go to Instagrammers, please. I'm sorry guys, I'm having like major issues with my camera. Like if anyone's watching it, I'm sorry for like so many like chaotic energy, but that's how I usually am. I'm filming on my laptop and I just see like, yes, the phone is so trash. Well, so is this person. So, anyways, that's it. I pretty much said whatever I want to say, and I have to go to sleep because I have to wake up at 5 a.m. That is not fun at all. Anyway, see you soon, I guess. Bye.